You ever feel like you've been trained your whole life to act normal? Like even your emotions had to pass inspection before you could show them? That's because they did. You see, we were all raised under what psychologists call display rules, the unspoken laws that teach you how to feel in public. Like when to cry, when to smile, when to stay silent. And you don't even think about it. It just happens. Automatic. Programmed. You see, they ran this study one time. Westerners and Easterners both watching the same emotional clips, both from massively different cultural backgrounds. Now, in private, their faces look the same. The pain, joy, disgust, all raw and real. But the moment the lab coat walked in, everything changed. They straightened up, smiled when they weren't happy, held it together because they were being watched. And that is the code we live under. Obedience to perception and what it looks like to others. So emotion becomes choreography, and after a while, that dance starts to feel like truth. But somewhere deep down, we all have a moment. That wild pig moment. It's this old Gururumba story. They said sometimes a domesticated pig just snaps. It runs wild, tears up the village, steals food, but never hurts anyone. It just forgets it was tame for a while. And then when it's done, they don't punish it. They just guide it back home. Because they know that wildness wasn't rebellion, it was remembrance. You ever have that? That season where you stop pretending, where you say what you actually mean, where you finally stop performing for people who ain't paying for your peace? That's not you losing control. That is your consciousness remembering it was never supposed to be domesticated. Now, Darwin would call this selection. He said, every environment picks what survives. And in our world, emotional obedience is what get rewarded. The polite survive, the loud get labeled, the sensitive get sidelined. But you see, that is not evolution. That is captivity. Because real evolution is when you express what the environment can't yet handle. That is divine mutation. You see, God took millions of years to shape this brain. You think he's done? You think consciousness stopped evolving because we invented Wi-Fi and robots? Nah. God is still creating. Through your emotions, your instincts, your awareness, and patience is his signature. The same patience that formed mountains is forming your next breakthrough, one honest feeling at a time. And that's why some days feel like chaos. Because evolution always looks like disobedience at first. But the wild pig wasn't crazy. It was conscious. And every time you disrupt your own performance, every time you refuse to smile through pain, every time you speak truth instead of rehearsing calm, you're not falling apart. You are breaking character. You are not malfunctioning. Nothing is wrong with you. You are rewilding. A beautiful community of INNERFLUENCERs. Let's rewild together. Let me show you how to move through this. Let's do you and let's do you together. 5 moves, 1 consciousness. We start with disrupt. Catch yourself when you smile to make others comfortable. When you mute your truth to maintain perceptual peace. Disrupt that instinct. It's not love. It is fear management. Then you want to own it. Admit that your emotions are data, not drama. Say it out loud, baby. I'm still learning how to feel freely. Own the feedback loop. They are messages from source trying to rewire you back to freedom, even if it feels wild. Own your emotions before the world names them for you. Then you want to yield. Let yourself feel fully before you filter. Yield to the raw current, that raw emotion. Feel it. Yield to it before reason edits it. That is where God still speaks between reaction and revision. You want to observe. Notice your environment's display rules. Who do you shrink around? Do you perform for? Observation is the first jailbreak. My favorite part. Unleash. Let the wild pig out sometimes. Scream, create, dance, pray, not to impress, just to release. Unleash the divine anomaly that doesn't fit the chart, but rewrites the species. Unleash the you that wants to come out. Forget the social pressure. That's 5 moves. That's 1 consciousness. That's forever evolving. So in our final moments together, let me leave you with this. Your emotions are not disobedient. They are divine descent. You were never meant to be a perfectly socialized soul. You were meant to be a conscious creature of wild grace. So when you feel the wild rise in you, don't sedate it. Study it. Let it teach you what freedom feels like in your own ribs. Because every wild pig returns home eventually. But it comes back knowing where the fences are and why it will never live inside them again. You do you. Bring you back. Bring God back. And let the wild remember. Because you own it or be owned by it. You either run the system. System runs you. Change your mind, change your life. I am who I say I am. Do you and stay rich.